Hi boys and girls, it's Jilly. It's Wednesday, so that means it's time for art class. Today is L Day in our Bethlehem Children's School Countdown, and tomorrow is M Day in our Bethlehem Children's School Countdown. So today, our art lesson is all about one of my very favorite artists named Henri Matisse, and he liked to do leaf shapes in his collage work. Here we go. Matisse starts with M and leaf starts with L. Those are some of his collages. If you notice, he used lots of leaf shapes and some sort of seaweed shapes. There are very soft curves in all of his cutouts. Not a lot of hard curves like triangles, but soft curves. Sometimes he would use square backgrounds. One very cool thing about Matisse is he used to be a painter, and then he got sick, so he couldn't stand up to paint anymore. So he did his work from his wheelchair or a chair, and he had some assistants paint the paper to make colored paper. We're going to use paper that's already colored. Lots of colors. So you'll need some construction paper, or I have some beautiful scrapbooking paper that has letters. And you'll need some scissors and some glue. Here's a picture of Matisse when he's doing his work. You see how he's cutting out those shapes that we just looked at? His scissors are really big. He called it drawing with scissors. So the first thing you're going to need, boys and girls, are a few squares. You're going to glue the squares onto your background paper. Do you see how I layered them? A big one on the bottom, a big one on the top, then a small one on top of the big one, and the same over here. Then you're going to need some shapes. We could use some leaves. I brought this in from outside to practice cutting some leaf shapes. And you might want to think about seaweed, or what else does this look like? It looks a little bit like a hand. This part, boys and girls, you might need some help with your moms and dads for cutting, or you can try it yourself. So, after you have your squares, you're going to decide where you'd like to put them on your paper. You would take your glue stick, and if you remember, I'm going to put the screen down. You always want to put the glue on the object you're gluing, not on your background. Because what if I put a lot of glue here and then I don't need it? It would be sticky. So I'm going to follow the shape of my rectangle. 1, 2, 3, 4. And put this one right here. Make sure you rub, rub, rub so no corners are sticking up. A collage is a piece of art that's made by gluing paper, or you could glue fabric or buttons. We don't do a lot of drawing for a collage or painting. Okay, back to our work. I'm going to take my next rectangle. And I might put this one, I might overlap it a little bit and put it right here. Next, remember, gluing on the back of the object and laying it down. I think I'm going to put the blue on this side and connect it just a smidge to that black one. And, oh, I'm going to test it first. Do you think that looks good? Oh yeah, I don't think I want it here. That leaves a lot of white space, so I might put it right there. I tested it first because if I glue it down and I don't like it, it's stuck there. Here I go, 4 sides. Remember, I thought I wanted it just right. Want to connect it here? Nope, I like a little bit of white. There. Rub, rub, rub. Okay. Now, I'm going to show you how to draw with scissors. Let's see. I'm going to choose this pretty paper. You can do this by cutting just with your scissors or by tracing. I'm going to open it up so I can show you both ways. I'm going to cut this in half. For my sprout friends who are practicing scissors, remember your thumb goes in this hole, your other fingers go here. So if I want it to look like this, boys and girls, I'm going to do some turning of my hand and my wrist and the paper. So I'm going to start, also turn it so you can see. I'm going to cut up. Do you see how I'm turning the paper a little bit? Then turning it around again. These are called organic shapes, boys and girls, because they don't have to look exactly like anything, and their shapes just kind of flow freely. It's not like it's a perfect triangle or a perfect hand shape or even a perfect leaf shape. You see how I'm turning my paper? This is a little bit tricky if you don't have a line to follow. I don't want a very hard edge on the bottom, so I'm going to snip it up just like that. There. That was drawing with scissors. I didn't even use my pencil. If that makes you nervous, boys and girls, you can draw. This is my beautiful marbled yellowy green paper. I'm going to put it like this. I'll let you watch. And I'm going to draw the shape. Again, these are soft curves. So do you see how this curve doesn't have any edges? This one has a curve that's sharp. So you're going to draw almost like you're drawing a hand. A curve and a curve, curve, or seaweed. There's my drawing. This time you can follow your pencil line if you want to. Now, if you're just learning scissors, cutting like this is a little tricky. Do you see I'm using one hand to turn the paper and another hand to do careful snipping? Turning the paper. Gotta turn it again. Turn the paper. Keep my scissors a little bit closed. Back up. Turn the paper. Pencil lines are helpful. Turn the paper. So it's pretty cool how Matisse painted the paper that he used. You could try that at home too. You could watercolor some paper, or you could use your tempera paints and paint it. You'd have to let it dry, and then you could cut out your painted paper. All right, so there's that one that I did after tracing. Now this shape, I'm sure you guys can do. Are you ready for this? Let's try a leaf shape. A leaf shape is, let's pull one leaf off here. Move this over here so it shows up a little. Of course, it needs some water. Do you see? It looks like a lip. So you have a smile and then a frown. It's pretty easy to cut, boys and girls. You go like this. Ready? Cut A. I'll snip that right out of the way. Look, I've cut a shape that's a soft curve like a smile. Now I'm going to, you could think of it as a football or an eyeball or a jelly bean. I'm doing the opposite. So when you cut it, see, kind of like an eyeball or a leaf shape. Another shape that sometimes Matisse like to use is something that looks a little bit like seaweed, some long or short lines. There's one. So we'll try that. This time you're going to be wiggling your scissors just a little. Here's one that I did ahead of time. You see how it's still soft curves. This cut goes, oh, you know what? I think I might like to try yellow. Okay, are you ready? There's my nice long paper. Sometimes it's easier to work with a small piece. So get yourself ready by having a small piece to cut. You're going to move your hand kind of like a jellyfish. Ready? And just turn the paper to do some soft curves. Wiggle the paper, wiggle the paper, wiggle the paper. Do you see how I did that? We'll do it on this side. Wiggle the paper or move the scissors, which means I'm moving my wrist a little bit. And there I go. Okay, I have enough shapes now. I can start gluing them. I'm going to turn the screen down for you guys to see. I've got a little bit of a mess here. I always wonder what it must have looked like in Matisse's studio when he was working. So this time, boys and girls, before you start gluing, you want to kind of lay them out and see how you like them. I have a lot of shapes cut out. I might not use them all. Now look, if I had glued this orange piece right here, and then I decided I wanted green under it, what would I do? So that's why I'm not gluing them yet. Okay. This part could take a while because you have to decide, oh look, I can make the viewer's eye. The viewer is the person looking at your artwork. So right now you guys are the viewers and I'm the artist. So if I use all of these little leaf shapes and they go through like this, that makes your eye follow through here when you're the viewer. Okay, let's see. I think I'm going to pause it and do my work and show you the end. Ready? Okay. So far, I decided that I wanted this green one on this side and this yellow one on this side. Now, I still like that orange piece right there. So it's overlapping a little bit on the yellow. So I flip it over and I put my glue on the object that I'm gluing. If I tried to put it on the background, it would be so messy. And I want it a little bit. Yeah, that looks good. Yeah. I liked the idea of my shapes moving around, but I need to put this one somewhere. Can I put it up here? Oh, I like how the blue looks on the black. I'm glad I tested it. Here we go. How do you think Matisse decided where to put his things, boys and girls? I don't know. Make sure you rub it nice and flat when you're working. These are some cool leaf shapes. Now let's see. I think I started with this guy right up here. Here we go. And then remember, I made the line of leaves coming down so that the viewer's eye would move around my collage. Here I go. I'm rubbing my paper to make sure that everything lays nice and flat. Now, do I want it to go this way? Do I want it to go that? Oh, I kind of think, let's see. Oh, under there, that's good. Now, maybe I'll have it coming back through this way or on top. What do you think? Should I? Yeah, I put that on top. I don't know. Let's see how that looks. I want it to, okay. And the last thing I might do, boys, oh, what if I did some layering? Tell me what you think. Should I layer 2 of these? Or will it be too cluttered? What do you think, boys and girls? I think it might be too cluttered. That's what I think. I think I might, oh, look at this. I have a green one cut out. That might look good. Yep, right there? Yeah, I think so. See how if I had glued it down, I would be stuck wherever I glued it. But when I moved it around, that worked much better. Okay, here we go. And do you think I'm done? Boys and girls, what are you thinking? Sometimes when you're doing artwork, you need to stand back and take a look. Since I'm doing a video, I'll hold it here. What do you think? I kind of like it. Tell me what you think if I do this. I think it might be too cluttered. Too busy? Or no, I like it. So that's what I'm going to do. That will be my last bit. No, you know what? Hold the phone. Maybe underneath? I don't know, you guys. I can't decide. I wish I was at school so you could help me. Maybe not. Maybe this one? Oh, what do you think about this one? Yeah, I like the 2 oranges at the bottom. So, good thing I didn't glue this one down, because then what if I didn't like it? Okay, this is the last bit, and then I'm done, and I will show you my collage, and then you guys can do your own. Here is my Matisse collage. Matisse starts M, and these leaf shapes start with L. I can't wait to see your work, boys and girls. Thanks for watching. I love you and I miss you.